Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TNT Footy. I'm one of your hosts, Taz, and with me tonight I have my beautiful co-hosts, Eggy and Todd.
Hello.
What's going on, boys?
Hey,
Not much.
bugger all.
Just cruising.
The intro actually went okay.
I know. I was quite surprised.
Yeah,
I was waiting for a
A
pause.
few seconds.
I was waiting for a pause.
I'll have to
I
name
thought
this
he
week's
was,
episode. Finally, intro's
Finally
right.
got it right. Another good round of footy this week, boys. I actually had fun watching this week's footy.
Was
Mate,
it
you
good?
are
A
a
couple of
roller
close
coaster.
games. And... Yeah, I get that.
Or
It's a bit crook
some
this week,
some
though.
might say a yo-yo.
Stay home. No, it was a bit crook this weekend, so I had to stay home. So
Oh, that's not
nothing
good.
else to do but watch footy.
Nah, how you feeling now? Any better?
No, all right. I had today off work, so slept all day.
That's good.
Good to roll. Dunny, shout out to Dunny. He looked after me today.
Beautiful.
He worked hard for me, so I didn't have to go in.
Love it. Gotta love good workmates like that.
No, that's it. He's in chat. He'd be one of those ESPN or Twitch streamers 67829 or something.
Hello from Kyneton. Artie's in Kyneton tonight, is he?
He is. Artie, welcome, mate. Glad to have you still tuning in. Our previous carryover champ.
Yes.
Yeah, still. Oh, he's not carryover anymore. He one and done, wasn't he?
Yep.
He was. He nearly pulled a rabbit out of the hat again, but just
Hi
fell
from
behind.
Warrnambool.
So
Nice. That's a good part of the world, Warrnambool. I really like Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's beautiful. Are you over there for work, are you, Cody? It's a great part of the world.
Oh, did you give him the thumbs up?
I did. I sent him a thumbs up as requested.
Because I forgot.
It's all good, mate. I have it sorted. All right. Let's get straight into it, boys. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right. First game last weekend, we had Swans and St Kilda Thursday night, that was. And that was a scrap.
It was.
It was not a very good game to watch, but as we've been saying all season, Ross Lyon is definitely back coaching.
Back scrapping. Scrapping king, isn't he?
He really is. He just suffocates teams, and it was, look, they got the win. It's going to be interesting starting to get towards the pointy end of the season now, whether or not teams can figure them out, because it's always been that Ross has got a good game style to make finals, even grand finals, but not good to actually
to win finals.
To win. Yeah.
That's the way he coaches, really.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Very defensive, and normally can't win finals being defensive.
Correct. Even Cody saying in chat it was a shit game.
Yeah.
What would you think, Artie? Did you watch it by any chance? And then what do we got next, boys?
Port Adelaide and Bulldogs.
Yeah, I
Good
thought this
game.
was a good game. It was a cracking game.
Yeah.
This is actually the first one I watched. I didn't watch the Thursday. I don't know what I was doing Thursday, but I missed that one.
I think you were playing video games, Todd.
Yeah, probably. No, I think... No, I was out and about, I think. I wasn't home. I don't think I was home. Or were we playing together? Were you on there too, were you?
Yeah, I was doing both, I think.
Yeah, well, that may be what it was. But yeah, this game was a cracker. I thought Port showed a lot in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I was starting to think Port are the real deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're looking pretty good. They've only had 2 losses this year.
well, what, 9 in a row? 9 on the trot at the moment.
is it 10 or 9 or 10 now?
It's one of them.
Cody said Dogs gave up again and couldn't kick straight.
A lot of teams couldn't kick straight.
Not at
Jewish
all.
Jam.
Oh, Nick, carryover champ.
13 is pretty accurate kicking, though. I wouldn't say that's terrible. Anytime you kick more goals than points is pretty okay.
Could be worse. Could be Carlton.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I said, look down the bottom.
Or Melbourne.
Or Melbourne. Melbourne were lucky to get away with the win, but we will touch on that soon.
We will.
Yeah, all right, so we got Hawthorn Brisbane next. This was the shock of the round, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Shows Brisbane aren't ready for MCG.
They can't play it, can they?
They just don't like MCG. Well, I better get this closer so people can hear me. You guys hear me in chat there? Just quick yay or no.
I can hear you.
Told you again about the Hawks. Yes, he did.
You did. Artie, that's 2 weeks in a row, mate.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, and we should have backed you.
Hawks been on fire, but that was a great game. That was a cracker game.
Mate, they're going to be good in a couple of years.
Oh, which just shows they should have tried early in the year, because there's a few games they just you tell they didn't try. They could be in the hunt for the 8.
That's what I was talking to Taz about this on Sunday night. They're giving me like Bulldogs vibes when they won the premiership, when they were a young team, and they just sort of ran teams off their legs.
Just snuck in there, yeah, played them.
Absolutely, I think you're spot on there, mate. They look like they're going to be very good.
Yeah,
in the next couple of years. Mitch Lewis looks like he's a freak, and he went at like pick number 70 something.
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah, I don't know how. Like he's very good. It's like Newcomb. Newcomb went. He's a freak, and he went at pick. It was a late pick in the mid-season.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about Duke then.
No. Newcomb for
Duke Newcomb.
A late pick. He's a late.
Is that gamer coming out
mid-season?
Love the gamer. Oh, goodness.
Then we had Adelaide West Coast, which me and Tassie were a bit disappointed in because we have not seen a team kick 200 yet. It's happened, but I haven't seen it. I thought it was going to happen.
They're on track.
So
Tex almost did it by himself.
He did.
Yes, Tex was on fire. And he's 250 too. What a game to pull it out.
Yep.
Huge. Absolutely huge. But how scary are the Crows at home?
Very.
They're another one like Brisbane, though. They come anywhere else and they can't play. They can play at home in front of a crowd. And I don't understand. The grounds don't change much. Like I really don't understand the difference between playing at Adelaide or the MCG or Sydney. Or I don't understand it.
Do you think it's psychological sometimes?
Yeah, but what though? Like it's the same grass you play on. It's the same. I don't get it. It's just maybe the fans just get them a bit nervous, but.
Travel, maybe? I don't know. But they've only...
Like anywhere now, it's a 4-hour flight, I think, to anywhere in Australia.
That's true. That is true. But Adelaide have only won one away from home. I was reading the other day.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. I don't understand how.
No idea.
Understand how. It's
still one more than West Coast have won away from home, though.
West Coast only won 2 games, mate.
I'm pretty sure West Coast have now got the lowest percentage in the last 50 years.
Ever? Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me. That's a 120-point flogging on the weekend.
It's just ridiculous. We got here, Artie's put Hawthorn leaving their run late for finals. And Jewish Jam, who is Nick, he's got maybe a showdown at the MCG isn't so bad.
No, that's it. Like, give them, I don't know, more teams need more chances. Like, if you look at Brisbane, they played the MCG maybe twice if they're lucky a year. They need more opportunity there to get ready for finals. Like, you can say, they play at Marvel, though, but you don't play finals at Marvel.
No, not at all. But I see what Nick's saying, though, because Port can win on the road. Adelaide can't.
Adelaide can't, yeah.
Gav JT, thanks for the follow.
Hey, Gav. Welcome, mate.
Beautiful. Then we've got Fremantle Richmond. Oh, that's your neighbour, Gav, isn't it?
No, I believe, if I'm right, Gav JT could be someone I went to school with, played indoor soccer with.
Oh.
I could be wrong, though.
Fremantle Richmond.
That was a close game. Wasn't bad to watch.
It was a good game. I don't think I watched. What time was that? No, I think...
It's the night time, 7:30 or something?
Yeah, there was only one game. Yeah, no, I did watch that.
How good is Taranto?
Very good.
Yeah, do you know, I watched a clip today, and this isn't going to surprise a lot of people. Probably the worst. Everyone has him as the worst, like AFL commentator coach for, but Port Adelaide, that's you know who I'm saying.
Kane Corns.
Kane Corns. So he's come out and said that Taranto is not in the top 150 players in the comp.
We know what Kane Corns is like, though. He just talks a lot of crap.
He's got to be in the top 50, let alone top 150.
I think he's
in the top 20.
I think he's been probably the trade of the period, the best trade of the season so far.
Yeah.
For what he's added to Richmond.
I don't understand people talking sometimes.
And there was so much doubt about him going, him and Hopper. Even Hopper's been pretty handy, even though his disposal hasn't been great. But Taranto's been an absolute gun. Yeah, awesome, Gav. Welcome. Thanks for joining in, mate. What are your thoughts been on the footy season so far? Next up, we had North Melbourne and GWS. This was actually a good game.
Game of the round until 3/4 time. The young kids actually showed up. They just ran out of legs. Those young kids, you had Phillips, you had Sheasel to a lesser degree, you had Warlaw running through, which I'd been calling Warlaw since round one, Tuds. I've been trying to get the man in since round one. It took until round 7 to get him in.
And he's got Rising Star.
I reckon it's probably 10 or 11 he's come in, and he's just dominated since coming in. So I don't know if Clarko had something against him, but as soon as Clarko was gone, he was in.
He's got something about him too. Like he's got that real aggression, and he attacks the ball. He uses it pretty well. And he got the Rising Star this week.
He has this week. He was pretty upset not getting it last week, but he's got it this week. Him and Sheasel are best mates too, which is another like the Anderson Rao thing.
Yep.
Him and Sheasel are best mates coming through, so could help North in the long run.
Yeah.
Those two stay on.
I think it's good. I just want to also touch on Kingsley, first year as Giants coach. Giants have actually been very competitive in every game they've played.
Yep.
Every game this season.
Losing.
But they are, but that's okay.
Because they're not losing by much. Like it's maybe a goal or two.
Yep.
3 at
Considering,
most.
I think most people had them sort of bottom 4. I'm pretty sure we did at the start of the season. But for them to be competitive, they are still bottom 4, but I didn't expect them to be anywhere near as competitive as what they have been.
As with the league's been close, but there's a lot of top teams sort of. I think everyone's best can compete, except maybe North and West Coast. Their best still a little bit off the pace, but everyone's best is competing with the worst of the top teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that for sure. Cody's just put here about Taranto. He has not gone under 30 disposals all year. That's massive for your first season.
His inaccuracy was killing him early, but now he's straightened up.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Next game was Carlton Essendon, which is actually a cracking game.
It was a good game until like the last 10 minutes or so.
The third quarter.
Yeah.
I'll give you a stat because I've had Carlton supporters, not in my ear, but these Carlton supporters going absolutely mental. They're abusing their players as they're coming off the field.
Yeah.
Clip saying you don't belong in your family to some of them. Retire, you're a hasbet. Like just full abuse as they're coming off the ground. But if you
get the shirt off,
they're in the top 8 possessions to scores, but they're in the 18th possessions to goals. So the only thing killing Carlton at the moment, they're leading their clearances, they're leading their possessions, they're leading their contested possessions. Only thing killing them is inaccuracy. Again, on the weekend, kick 6-16 against 13-8. They kick 16-6, they win.
Yep.
You know, I think I said this to you earlier, Todd. The last 5 weeks of Carlton's rounds, they've kicked 33 goals, 65. That's terrible.
If they're 65-33, they've won every game.
Correct.
Carlton need to just relax. Their supporters need to relax. It's the easiest thing in football to straighten up.
Yeah. I actually think the supporters being the way they are, and the media is obviously the way they are, they're blowing things way out of proportion. I genuinely think that.
These weren't media personnel showing this. There's a few TikToks of Essendon supporters getting footage from last week and Collingwood a couple of weeks before of how they were coming off the ground. These are just fan-made videos that I'm looking at, and it is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I saw the Essendon one.
It's like me coming to your work and saying you're a terrible teller, give up, fuck it, and just screaming at you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And it's not fair on the players, to be fair. And Harry Mackay come out and said, you know, it's really hard hearing that as you're coming off the ground. But if you had that at you every single game day at your job, would you want to go back? Would you want to represent that place? No, you wouldn't.
And it gets in your head. And then when they're taking shots at goal, they're like, oh, if I miss this, I'm getting abused when I'm going off. So they miss again. He's one, Harry Mackay. I reckon he should go back to Brendan Favola and say, I'm sorry, come in. Did offer to help him with his goal kicking a couple of years ago, and he said no. But
definitely.
Maybe not a bad idea.
Definitely.
Even he left at 3/4 time. Or no, it was the 4th quarter, but as soon as they kicked the first goal, that was it. He was out.
Feb was gone.
Yep.
Do you know what? I did read something the other day. As a Carlton supporter, if you're behind at 3/4 time, you know you're not going to come back. we just don't come back from being down. Unlike the next game, Collingwood, who always are in with a chance.
Although I said this very early, Melbourne looked dominant, and I think it was I asked him Moisty's minute a couple of weeks ago, could they replace Bottom? That's who they missed this weekend. They would not switch. They would not go to that far wing because they knew he wasn't there.
Yeah.
They played right into Melbourne's hands, long down the line. Sidey's the one who runs that outer wing.
Yeah.
Gets clear on the outer wing. He'll run all day, and I think that's really what cost Collingwood on the weekend.
I think so too. So are we moving to that game, are we?
100%.
That's the game we're on,
yeah.
Definitely. I think obviously Melbourne, with their inaccuracy, kept Collingwood in it a lot longer than what they were thinking. But Collingwood definitely missed Sidebottom and DeGoey.
Yeah.
The two key players to the midfield.
That's what I noticed. When they were pushing forward, there was sort of that half forward sort of length. But between like halfway and getting it forward, that's when they always seem to turn it over. Yeah. And that's where DeGoey and Sidebottom would always be.
That's normally where they switch to. They switch, and it's always Sidey on that outer wing running. But I think there was no one there. Yeah,
like Pendlebury would get the ball, and there's no DeGoey or no Sidebottom coming through to hand it off to, so he'd sort of bomb it forward, and then that's what would turn it over, and they'll come back and kick a point.
Straight to May and Lever. That's exactly what they love. They love those long down the line. Yeah. And Melbourne were actually stepping off Collingwood because Collingwood's elite ball movement through the middle of the ground, they just line up like a rugby field. Just handball. And that's what Melbourne stepped away from.
Gav's put no Oliver, though. Huge out. I don't reckon it is a huge out. Because both their losses they had, they were to, who were they were? Port Adelaide and Fremantle. He was playing, and then since then, I think sort of Track's sort of stood up and he's played better and they're sort of doing a bit better around the middle, I reckon.
I think he's a big loss.
He's still a big loss. Like, you bring Oliver into that side, they probably win by a bit more because he's the one that can get, like Petrarca couldn't be the outside runner or he wasn't there to get there. So when they worked well together, one goes in for the ball and the other waits for the handball out and then they clear.
Yep.
Whereas this was, if you watch Petrarca, which I did because he's my super coach, a lot of his were turned over because he had to get it and bomb it long or get it and just go quick.
Yeah, and try and give it to Viney, who isn't the greatest user of the footy. He's a in and under type of player who was trying to replace Oliver's the game style.
Which Viney was huge.
Yeah, he did.
Viney 36 touches, I think,
and a few goals.
He was massive. It was probably his best game for a while, even though he's solid every single week. But Melbourne, if they can start to hit a bit of form now, because they've been solid, but without being outrageously good.
But if they're starting to, like that game on the weekend, if they straighten up, it could have been 40, 50 points. And that's more back to when they won the flag. That's how they played.
Yeah, correct. But I do think Collingwood need DeGoey, Sidebottom, and I think that they are missing McStay. I know we've only seen him play for sort of 2.5 games, but the 2.5 games that he played, he did actually help them with their structure. I know Ash Johnson has been a fantastic addition to them. I just think McStay has got that maturity about him, and he'll definitely help Myercheck a bit more.
Yep.
But other than that was a cracking game. That's probably the game of the round.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree with that.
Only due to the inaccuracy.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to look at our surprises and our likes and didn't likes, boys.
The surprise of this round was Moisty losing Draft League. He's had his first loss. We're all devastated about it.
Some are celebrating.
Petrarca kicking at like 15% cost me. He kicks at 60, 70%, I win.
It's all right to lose every now and then, Tom.
It's not. Beats my unbeaten. I'm no longer 13 on the trot. I'm thinking 12-1. 12-1's very upsetting.
Quit now, mate. Quit now. Considering you're going to quit 5 weeks ago, I think you're doing all right.
Your surprises?
I had 2. First one is Tom Jonas not getting a game for Port, and he's the captain.
Oh.
That's huge. He spent the last 2 or 3 weeks in the reserves, and he'll be playing in the reserves again this weekend. So that just shows how good Port Adelaide are going at the moment when your captain can't even get a game. And the second one was Sicily getting 3 weeks.
Yeah, on the ground they paid that holding the ball. how can you go from holding the ball to a 3-week dangerous tackle?
Yeah.
They have to appeal it, don't they?
They are. They're appealing it.
They are appealing. Yeah,
but we don't find out until Monday night.
Next Monday.
Yep, because I believe Hawthorn's got the bye.
Oh, that's right. Then.
So anyone who's got him in Supercoach is going to have to go with a 0 this week, Todd.
No, he's on the bench already. He's fine.
That's all right. I've got him in Classic.
I've got players to get a swap for Draft League. I've only got you this week, Tazzy, so that's pretty easy.
Oh shit! Yeah, my team is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
But yeah, 3 weeks for that is. I don't know why we have to wait till next Monday to get a decision on that. Like, why can't they go to tribunal this week?
I don't know, but I think the whole. I just think the whole thing is pretty ordinary at the moment.
Oh, I hate the tribunal with these dangerous tackles. Like that one was helped on by, I think it was Brock to come over the top.
Brockman, yep, correct.
Made it like Sicily couldn't slow him down as he's landing because Brock's come and giving him hip and shoulder and sped him up. So,
like Sicily said, Sicily was already on the ground.
Yeah,
the motion was done, and Brockman come and hit McCluggage from a different angle, and that's what threw him off and threw his head in
the other way.
Yeah. So, what about you, Aggie? What were your surprises?
Hawthorn getting up over Brisbane. That was quite the surprise.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Beautiful.
And what'd you like this week, boys? Aggie, we'll start with you.
I like the Monday how they got around the MND and memory's got. I can't even think of his name.
Neil Danaher.
Yeah, that's it, Neil Danaher. I know it was Danaher. I was like, what's his first name? Because he hasn't been talking so much with everything, and you hear Beck Stain get dropped around much, and she's doing most of the work for it. But no, it's really good.
It's good. Good to see. Yeah, Brisbane's throwing out theirs this week too.
Absolutely, yeah.
I suppose he was always going to though with Danaher being up there.
Yep.
What about you, Moisty?
I liked with North's young kids and the M&D Big Freeze. It's always a good game for the carnival. Every time it comes up, I always pencil in and watching that one.
Safe to say we all had Big Freeze in there, which is good.
Yep.
Definitely for a good cause. I had Peter Wright coming back and kicking 5, even though it was against my baggers.
2 metre Peter.
He looked good. He looked very dominant, especially in the third quarter when he bagged 3. As much as I didn't want Essendon to beat us. And also got here that I read today, I think it was today, Pendlebury signing for another year.
Yes.
Is he going to reach 400?
I thought he was done.
No, mate.
No, he just signed another year. The Craze signed for another 2.
See, if they weren't winning, he'd be out this year, I reckon.
But, potentially.
Hurdy, welcome.
Hurdy.
I did see a few more past players have joined the group suing the AFL for head injuries as well. They've joined the list. Yep. I can't remember who it was now.
It's going to be a long list in the end.
Yeah.
It's going to be heaps.
Unfortunately.
It's going to change the game so much too, as well.
Big time.
Well, it's nearly going to make it. They've sort of... Well, no, tackling's a great spectacle, but the way they're going at the moment, they're going to have to get maybe rid of it. You can't have Sicily missing 3 weeks for that. You can't have all your good players missing weeks on. I don't know who was saying this, but next year's Brownlow, you're going to have 75th win it because 74 will be rubbed it.
Yeah, Turtle was saying that in the chat, I think.
Turtle was saying that. Like, you're going to...
Move your mic closer, Moisty, just to be quiet there, mate.
Sorry. A bit quiet again. So it's going to be hard because, I don't know, I like that spectacle tackling, but player safety comes first, and I thought Sicily did everything to slow him down this week until Brockman come over the top and bumped, and now he's getting 3 weeks for that. Yeah,
correct. And a little bit of an amusing part, but I love Dan Butler's defense.
Yeah, commentary.
Yeah. What would have happened if you didn't tackle him like that? Oh, would have got dropped.
Which is exactly right. They're playing like people think, oh yeah, just don't do it. But if obviously your stars are going to play, but if you're 22, your 19 to 22 players don't tackle like that, they're not playing next week.
Yeah, correct.
It's also
not so much with Dan Butler's, but a lot of the hits and everything are a split-second decision at the moment. I think they're going to review it over the off season and hopefully put some black and white rulings in.
Yeah, and not to mention I grew up with my footy, and I know this is not right, but you were taught to tackle to hurt from a young age, and now all of a sudden these blokes have got to do what they've been doing for 20, 23 years. They've got to stop doing that and do something else. It's going to take time.
Absolutely, it will. Absolutely, it will. What about your dislikes, boys?
Oh, I didn't like the Sicily thing. That's why I brought it up.
Beautiful. That's mine too.
Not much I didn't dislike this week. I dislike getting so drunk watching the Carlton game, though.
Oh, that was terrible.
Hangover the next day.
Yeah, it was a hell of a hangover.
That was a bad time. Well, the next day was anyway.
Beautiful.
Just waiting for Soul Man to join the waiting room. We've already got our carryover champ Nick in there.
Maybe we just go for the tips leaders while we wait.
I think
It takes about 30 seconds.
It does.
I think that's a great idea.
Eggy, that's you, mate.
Quick run through. We got Sammy P3 still on top with 80 points. We got Jim Bob 22 Parker. He's on 79.
Just going to stop you there.
Oh,
yeah.
That is, they are a couple.
Ah, the top two.
They are the top
Sammy and
two.
Chip Bob.
They're Artie's friends.
Ah,
Yeah, beautiful.
He was telling me during the week.
All week I've been getting worried. All year I've been getting worried. I'm like, how are we going to get money to these two? No one knows who they are.
I finally know who they are. I mean, they've still got to win it, but they're tipping bloody well at the moment.
very well.
Tipping very well. He was going to see if they could jump into the chat tonight. I don't think he's had any luck, but they are, they're competing. I'd hate to be in that household, though, fighting off against each other.
Yep.
Oh, they're together, aren't they? They're going to split the cash.
I don't know about that. Some couples are very competitive.
Yep.
Very competitive.
Especially like this household. But we won't go into that because I'm double what she is at the moment.
Ooh, that is true.
Continue, Eggy.
Yeah, we got Peglish at third. We got Soulman. He's had that late charge. He's put him up in the fourth spot. We'll speak to him soon about that. And we got Haley on fifth. We got Ghost Saints Paul Willow in sixth. Scotty Richo's having a late charge too. He's in seventh. The Urk at eighth. Then we got how good was Dreamtime this year for ninth. So he's dropping down. He was up in the top five. I'm pretty sure last week. We got Rockin' Horse Road 10th and Big Will I Am at 11th. And here comes number 5 at number 12 with the Carlton Blues and Myth Brew still in 14th. Yeah, and Bross is in 15th.
For a long time.
He was.
You should be a race caller, Eggy, with that sort of call.
It should be. Get into it,
Probably going too quick because we're trying to waste 30
Oh, my bad.
We have 13.5.
Oh, that's great. Still haven't heard back from Solomon yet, so hopefully he joins.
Bit like Solid to run late.
Moisty's minute. We've got a minute. I can crack through this if you like. We can.
Yeah, may as well. We'll keep going.
All right. So
sorry,
Moisty's
Nick, in chat.
Sorry, Nick. You might have to wait a little bit longer. All right. So Moisty's minute. Do Carlton fans need a relax?
Yes.
100%. 150%.
Beautiful. Yes, I've got them needed to relax too. Collingwood in trouble. They can't beat the other contenders.
Nah.
No.
What do you mean, the contenders? No. They beat Port Adelaide?
They beat Brisbane and they haven't beat Melbourne. Port Adelaide's only recent on the thing and they've only just hit some forms.
But who the Lions lost to? They lost to Port Adelaide, beat them. Hawthorn. Lost to Bulldogs, lost to Hawthorn, lost to Adelaide, beat them.
Oh, is it? I needed a yes or no, people.
No. Well, don't fucking start then.
all three of us going to give our top 4 real quick. We'll start with Eggy.
Sorry, I missed that. I was too busy laughing.
Top 4. Give me a top 4.
Collingwood.
End the season.
Yeah, end the season, top 4.
Collingwood. Port Adelaide. Bulldogs. And Lions.
Does it?
Ooh. I had longer to think about this too. What teams are there? I'm going to go Port. That's not a good round to look at. I'm going to go Port Collingwood as 1 and 2. I think Melbourne will be 3. 4th spot could be anyone. I'm going to go Bulldogs. I still think they can finish 4th.
Bulldogs. I was going to go bottom 4, but the way you two did that, we're not going to have time. Essendon contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders.
Pretenders?
Yep.
Pretenders this season.
Pretenders this... Oh, I've got them contending, boys. So I reckon they're going to be right up there.
You're contending? Interesting.
Well, they have beaten Melbourne.
We've sort of gone over this. Essendon form hold up in 5. St Kilda's form hold up in finals?
No.
No,
I think
so.
they're about to drop off.
I unfortunately think that history's against them there with Ross.
With Ross Lyon, yeah, that's what I thought. And umpires under heat, are they getting it wrong? By that, I mean the decisions in the games.
Some.
50-50.
So
Or probably more 70-30.
Watch a lot of games. I reckon they're getting a lot wrong. And a lot inconsistent is probably the best word.
Yeah.
It's too hard to play week to week because if you get a different umpire, he's got different rulings. So I think it needs to be more outlined black and white.
I think it's getting harder now with all the court cases coming in with everyone. So that, yeah.
But I also think it's such a fast-moving game. You've got 4 umpires trying to watch 40-odd blokes or 36 blokes on a field, nearly all around the ball at the same time. That's a lot to try and take in.
And when the ball's hot too, you got 4 people coming in from 4 different ways trying to get that ball too.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll be under heat next year. I reckon they will have a clean out, and I think it needs to be more black and white.
I think we said earlier this season we don't want any more black and white in the league, Moisty. I think that we spoke about it early in the year, and they need to have umpiring as a full-time gig.
Yes. Yeah, make 10, well, even, so you need 4, you got 3 times a game, so 12 designated umpires, and you have 1 or 2 of them at all games, and then you can have your fill-ins as long as you've got 2 designated full-time umpires that can coach them through the games. And that's like an apprenticeship. That's your way of getting to one of them full-time.
Yep. No, I like that. Just going to catch up on chat a bit. I still haven't heard back from Soul Man, so I don't know what's going on there. I hope he hasn't gone to sleep or something, because then we're in trouble. Hurdy said that I believe it was Essendon will play finals. Artie said that they're pretending. And Hurdy also agrees that it's a tough game to umpire. Hurdy would know. He's been on the wrong end of a few really bad umpiring decisions, and he's a coach.
We've got an actual umpire on the panel here, boys. Very, very easy game to umpire.
I highly doubt that.
Never had any complaints about the umpire.
Oh, God. What are we going to do? Soul Man has disappeared.
Well, we've got Aggie's best bets, and then
we can go.
Get in for them. I've looked at your question, so I can't have a run. But
I confirmed with him at 6:30. This is not good.
But
is there anyone in chat?
It'll be a forfeit, or we can grab someone from chat if they want to jump in quickly now. First one in the chat to say yay or get in.
Basically, it's Taz's test. And what do we got? We've got 5 questions. Oh, Hurdy wants to go again. All right.
Already, I'll take the challenge. He's in first one this week. Right. So we gave Solomon a good half hour, didn't we?
Yep. 6 minutes.
Yeah. I checked in with him at 6:30. He said he was good to go. I messaged him at 8:30 saying, show's going live. Never heard back. 8:52. Sent him the link. Still haven't heard back anything. So, Soul Man, if you're watching, I apologise, but the show must go on, as they say.
We can have him next week if we can get him in. Oh, no, Soul, pretty good mates with Soul. Well, used to be. I think he'd be asleep by now, boys.
I think we need to get Cody on one night.
But Cody, are you available now?
I've just sent the link to Hurdy.
All right, Hurdy's up.
But I definitely think when Cody's...
Cody's been on... he's always chatting, isn't he? So
Absolutely. I'd love to see Cody in there. Just waiting for Brozza now to join in. Oh, I'm gonna admit the carryover champ while we're waiting, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, bring him in. We probably should have done that while we were waiting. No, he could have helped us waste his minute, and we could have left him on hold.
Could have suggested it.
Oh, I didn't even think about it until 3 seconds ago.
Hello, Mr. Carryover. How are you? Oh, he's connecting to audio now.
Connecting in. Nick Wilson. This is he dominated last week, didn't he?
He did.
This is Jewish Jam. He did.
Pretty good run last week.
Yeah, Cody said let Hurdy this week. Cody, we're going to lock you in, mate. Have a look at your calendar.
Next week.
Waiting for Jewish Jam's mic to come through.
Hello, boys.
There he is.
Hey,
good evening.
On, Excited,
Alright.
mate? You're the carryover champion, mate.
Yeah.
You've got to beat the record of what we've got a 5 runner, don't we? How many
Turtle.
Turtle get? Yeah,
I think it was 3 because we had a couple of weeks in the middle.
3. So you just need 2 more to become the lead carryover champ, and then we'll probably get Turtle in the challenger.
Have you had?
I'll try to make it to the end of the season.
Oh,
Oh,
I like
he's
it.
going the whole way.
I like it.
Confidence.
Have you spread the word to your friends to get them to come on and cheer you on? We had George in here last week.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, they're all in.
Hope so.
Beautiful. How are we going with Hurdy?
I've sent him the link. He's seen it. I'm assuming he is
Setting up.
joining. Eggy, can I ask you to send the meeting code just in case it asks him for it? Because we know we've had issues with that with some contestants. And here he is. He's in the waiting room.
Oh, he's coming in.
We are good to go. Just quickly, Nick, have you had your head in the books, the history books, studying AFL for the past week?
No, don't need it.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Tassie's question is pretty ordinary. Just
Oi. We used to play soccer for a team called Pretty Ordinary, okay?
just getting a little hit to your gamer tag there. That's pretty ordinary, isn't it?
No,
No, you're pretty
Taz
ordinary.
_ speech. Mr. Brosnahan, welcome.
Ross is in. How are we, mate?
Good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
Thank you for jumping in last minute, mate. Really appreciate it.
It's all good.
And I just want to say live on air, happy anniversary to yourself and lovely Mrs. Brosnahan.
oh,
Thank
congratulations.
Congratulations.
you. 15
Congratulations to her.
15 years.
In the making.
Yeah.
It's huge. Oh,
Mustard
we've got
the
another.
second. Go Chicky
Yes.
Nicky.
That's better than
we
Sticky Nicky.
Has he had that before, has he?
I don't know.
Oh,
You're the one that brought it up.
the second.
No
Just come
comment.
in.
That's
Fans
great.
are flocking in. All right, Tassie, let's get this under the road, eh?
All right, let's do it. So,
Don't forget the buzzers.
just to recap for those who are new to the show that have joined us, this is called Taz's Test. Our 2 contestants, Steve Brosnahan and Nick Wilson, who Nick is the carryover champ, they will come up with a buzzer in a moment and we'll go through 5 questions. First to answer gets the points. Eggy will keep score. Moisty will listen out to see who buzzes in first. At the end of the 5 questions, we do have a Who Am I with a clue, and each clue is worth a different amount of points depending on how early they guess it. So, let's start with you, Mr. Carryover Champ. What is your Cody? Todd, you look funny. That's his normal look, mate. Leave him alone.
This is how we roll.
Carryover Champ, what would you like your buzzer to be?
Mine will be ding.
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 Tricky Nicky's gone with ding. All right. Hurdy?
Bros.
Bros. Just straight out, basic. Bros. Done. I love
All
it.
right. D or B,
All right.
it's pretty easy.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Beautiful. Question number 1. How many goals did Tex Walker kick on the
Ding.
weekend?
Ding.
Ding went first there.
10.
10 is correct.
Ding went fucking 3 times there, I think.
He was real keen to get that in.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What current player is the first player to match Gary Ablett Jr. with an average of 34 plus disposals and 2 goals over a 4-week period?
Bros.
Brozza.
Nick Dacos.
Oh,
Ding. Is it Zach Butters?
incorrect. We were talking about him earlier tonight. Tim Taranto.
Yes.
I thought that was actually quite interesting when I learned that today. Question number 3. Who holds the record for the most goals kicked in the AFL?
Bros.
Ding.
Bros is up.
Tony Lockett.
Bonus point. How many exactly?
It's 1,410, I believe.
Look, you're pretty close, but it's incorrect.
Miles off. There's 50 off.
That's one season for him, half a season. 1,000.
1360.
That is correct. So 1 point there. Score check, Eggy.
We got Nick on 1 and Hurdy on 1 as well.
Ooh,
Tied up, all tied up.
You nervous, Nick?
A little.
Rosa, you nervous?
Never.
Love it. All right. 2 more questions to go before the Who Am I? Number 4. In 2018, who kicked the winning goal in the Eagles versus Pies grand
Ding.
final?
Ding went first.
Was it Dom Sheed?
Correct.
Bing, bing, bing.
That was quick. I like it. All right. Question number 5. In what year was the first Twilight grand final match played?
Ding.
Ros.
Ding was first.
2020.
Boom.
Boom, I did make that one. That was too late for me. Passed out on the front lawn when that one was going on.
That is true. I do remember getting a phone call and you do not remember it.
No.
All right. Before we go into the Who Am I, can I have a score check, please, Eggy?
We got Nick on 3 and Brosser on 1.
Oof. You're not out of it yet, Brozza. All right. So the Who Am I? We're going to start in the first. Each hint, it gradually goes down with points earned. So the first one is worth 7 points, and I'll continue to, and it'll go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you boys ready?
Yep.
Beautiful. For 7 points, I was born October 15th, 1982 in Ballarat, Victoria. For 6 points, I debuted in 2001 and played many roles across my career, ranging from ruck to defence to centre-half forward.
Ros.
Brozza.
Was it Martin?
Just remember, before you answer, you only get one guess and then you're out.
That's fine. Martin Pike.
Incorrect.
Ding.
Ding's gone. Who
Is
we
it-
got?
Pavlich.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. I don't think any of you were remotely in the right track here.
No.
Not at all. I'm going to keep going just to see if chat has any idea. For 5 points, I played 332 games across 2 different clubs and kicked a total of 444 goals. 4 points. I represented Australia for the International Rules Series against Ireland in 2008. 3 points. I was named on the bench in the 2011 All-Australian team. 2 points. I am a 5-time leading goal kicker for North Melbourne, where I played 316 of my 332 games.
Oh, I'll just say it's Wayne Carey.
That is
No.
incorrect.
Oh, close.
Artie's put Spud Frawley and Cody's put Kerry as well. So
Kerry as
Just
well.
remember, we're in the 1982, boys. It's too late for all those boys.
Yes, Kerry was not playing football at 14 years of age.
No.
1 point. My name rhymes with through Leachy.
A what?
I'll put a hint in chat and see if we can get anyone to get it. Oh, I'm not logged in.
Just say your hint.
Corey McKernan. That's probably
My
the one.
name starts with D.
Drew Petrie.
That's
There
it.
we go.
That's it. Must have the second got it.
I always thought Drew Petrie was a Tasmanian boy.
No, he wasn't. I tried to throw people with the, he played 332 games across 2 different clubs. He played 16 games for West Coast in 2019.
And when you said 2 clubs and the amount of goals roughly, the first thing that jumped in my head was Wayne Carey, Adelaide North.
Ah, yes. Yep. Well, you're on the right path in that regard. Absolutely.
That's why probably a lot of people said Wayne Carey.
Definitely. Well, carryover champ, Mr. I was going to say Sticky Nicky, has won again.
He's gone 2 from 2.
2 from 2 with, what do we got? 10 rounds to go.
Oh, thanks.
Look forward to making it 12.
Ooh,
Oh.
I like it. I like it. Rosa, thank you for jumping in, mate. Really appreciate
Thanks
you
for coming in last minute, mate.
filling in. I still haven't heard back from Soul Man.
Wow.
Are you not going to do your tie break? I'll give you boys the tie break.
No. We're carrying that on until we need it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Saves me finding a new tiebreaker every week.
Oh, didn't you use it last week? I
No.
thought you fucking told him last week. Nah. Oh.
No. Thank you so much, Brozza.
Anytime, fellas. You know that.
Cheers, bro. Nick,
Cheers, mate.
congratulations again, mate. That's 2 in a row.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Mustard the secondary North Melbourne legend, Jasper Pittard. That's gold. What's your knowledge like, Mustard? Would you like to come on and challenge Nick next week?
Would you rather just come and feed it to him?
No worries, Cody. Thanks, mate. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. We've only got a little bit to go, and then we'll be out as well.
We've just got Eggy's best bets, don't we?
And
We do.
just go through the next round.
But before we do, Nick,
Oh,
thanks so
tips.
much, mate. Really appreciate it.
All good. Thank you. See you
We'll
next
see you
week.
next week.
So yeah,
See ya.
I haven't done any tips yet.
Neither.
All right. Tips, did you say?
I did.
Yeah.
Would you like... Do you know what? I've actually liked the way we've done it the last few weeks, where we've just gone through the teams and basically just quickly said who we're going to tip.
Sounds good to me.
All
Jewish
right.
Jam, thanks for the follow.
Ah, Nick. 2 weeks in a row is like, yeah, they're good enough to follow now.
Beautiful.
All right, another buy round, boys. So first up, Port Geelong
I got
in
Paul.
Adelaide.
Port.
I've gone Port as well. Brisbane, Sydney in Gabba at the Gabba.
Brisbane. They won't lose up there.
Nah,
I've gone
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
And thank you, Mustard the second for the follow as well.
Hey, thanks, Mustard.
Yeah,
thanks very
Mustard.
much.
Cheers.
Little cheer squad there for Nick. Over at Giant Stadium, we've got GWS and Fremantle.
I got the Giants.
Yeah, I got the Giants
So,
too. Yeah, I reckon it'd be really close.
I've got Freo.
Oh.
At MCG, Richmond, St Kilda.
I got St Kilda.
I'm going
That's
Richmond.
awful, I reckon.
I'm going Richmond.
I've tipped St Kilda just because I think they'll strangle them, and I think that the sugar hit for the new coach for Richmond will be over. All right, Sunday
I
MCG.
think they might be going a bit. They might go a bit harder because of someone a bit of off-field antics.
Yes.
We won't go
That's
into
right,
that though.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, we will
He's
not touch on
playing
that.
too. He's playing.
No, he's not.
No, not this weekend.
No,
Oh,
he's
is
been
he?
stood down, and they've got the bye, and they expect him to play that following week, but we'll see. Don't think it sets a good example if he does.
See, this is going back on me. Politics should be out of football. I think he should be right to play until he's found guilty. This is absolute bullshit taking someone away from their job until he's found guilty.
yeah,
What
yeah.
happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Let's keep moving on. So
That's
we've
America.
got here Sunday at the MCG, Carlton and the Gold Coast Suns.
Gold
I got
Coast.
Gold Coast by
Yeah, I
10
got Gold-
goals.
I got Gold Coast. Carlton will kick 3 goals, 17.
I've got Gold Coast absolutely thumping you boys.
Then we've got North Melbourne and the Doggies.
I got the Doggies, but I'm pretty sure North will win this by 12.
I've got Western Bulldogs.
I got the doggies as well.
And the teams with the bye round this round is Adelaide, Collingwood, Essendon, Hawthorn, Melbourne, and West Coast. Gives them a
And
week
just
to
a quick
hopefully
one,
recover.
the chat's been going bananas, so I better bring this up. Let's hope Moisty's Roos can get back on a winning streak this week.
Let's hope so.
Oh, yeah. Artie's
Taz-
got Port,
Taz
Brisbane,
hasn't clicked
Freo,
on
St
yet.
Kilda, Gold Coast. Mustard's got Suns, easy dub. 100% agree with you. And Artie's gone North. Oh,
Mm.
he's not been wrong the last 3 weeks when he's given us the team.
That's it. Put that in the multi.
So are we... I think one of us said we were going to load up this week, weren't we, for 10K?
I'm keen if you're keen.
I went last week.
Yeah, he went last week, so I can go this week.
Beautiful. All right, chat. What we do here, for those that are new to the channel, is we get you to give us a guaranteed win this round that isn't like a dollar favourite, for example.
Hey, you can take the dollar favourite if you want.
Oh, yeah, I suppose we could and put it in a multi or something.
Well, that is one of the options.
That is true. That is true. So we've got Port Adelaide and Geelong. Port paying $1.54, Geelong $2.44. Brisbane, Sydney, $1.21, $4.30. GWS and Fremantle. GWS $1.94, Fremantle $1.90. Richmond St Kilda, Tigers $1.74, St Kilda $2.10. Carlton are actually going in favourites at $1.80 against the Suns at $2.05, and North are paying $4.60 with Western Bulldogs $1.20.
I'm going Gold Coast. That's just what I'm going. But I was going to go Gold Coast into St Kilda. I think they're two easy ones. But I'm just going Gold Coast. Put Gold Coast on the wheel.
Gold Coast on the wheel. Jewish Jam has gone Richmond. Chuck the Tigers on the wheel. I'm going to go St Kilda.
Well, we can't do a multi then.
Mustard's gone Port.
Well, we could get either team under. Oh, no.
No, you can't go a multi if we've got both of them in there.
The try bet, either team
St
under.
Kilda and Richmond.
Ah, yes. No, we'll just go all in on one. Oh, Carlton's dropped to $1.71 from $1.80, and Gold Coast have just increased to $2.14, literally.
Who's out? Who's out? Teams are out. Have a look.
No, they're not. They come out tomorrow.
Oh.
No, tonight for the Thursday night game.
Is there a Thursday night game?
Yes.
Yeah, Port Adelaide Geelong.
Oh, there is too. Good call. Good call. Artie guaranteed Hawks draw 0-0.
That's another good pick, Artie.
At least Eagles won't lose this weekend too. All right. Anyone else in chat that we haven't got your guaranteed yet?
I'm going Brisbane.
Let's get this wheel spinning. Multi-all. You can't multi-all because you've got Richmond St Kilda.
Yeah, we stuffed up there. Who put multi-all?
That's what we always do every week, isn't it?
Yeah, but we can't because you got.
Yeah, I know, but it was the first one I put in there.
All right, no, and what we'll do, and then we'll delete all the teams, and we'll just have those two. Whichever one it lands on, we put the multi on.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
All right, we ready?
Spit away. I got to get real close to my phone to see this.
I've got it on the computer this time, so I can see it. It's fine.
Brisbane. Oh, sorry.
Oh, he's just freaking. He spilled the beans nice and early.
That was terrible, Eggy. Terrible.
Spinner again because he spilled the beans on us.
No, fair spare. Brisbane it is.
What are they paying, $1.02?
Brisbane were paying $1.21 against Sydney.
Ooh.
So I've got, 10 on them?
Yeah.
Yep. That's all right. That's good. All right.
It was so close to multi-all, though, wasn't it?
Up to the final segment, boys.
We are.
Eggy's best bets.
Eggy's best bets.
Eggy's best bets.
Oh, just quickly, actually, before you go into that, update on the 10K challenge. We are out again. Back to zero. But that's okay because Sammy, who's currently leading the tips by 1, still gets $150 at the end of the season if she's winning or whoever is winning, because we're all going to chuck in $50. Sorry, Eggy. Go far away.
That's right. Well, the last week hasn't been looking too good. I think
you screwed me last week.
Nah, last Saturday I think we had 6 units out, so 7 units out, and we only had 6 back in. But by units, it's just like your units are measured to what you plan to bet with. So, if you want to put $5, if you got $50 to play with, you can put it on $5 on each of the 7 horses, and hopefully get a return. Last Saturday we doubled our money. Last Wednesday, like 2 weeks ago, we did pretty good, and we tripled our money. And then the Saturday just gone, we lost 1 unit. So we were out 7 units, and then we got back 6 units. Then today, I didn't put a TikTok up. I was out a bit late last night, but I put them all on Discord, and we got 0 from 3. So that wasn't a very good one.
Not a bad idea that you missed it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was talking about on the Discord. Keep an eye on Sportsbet, because they always had the bet returns, especially on Saturday. They got all the Flemington races, all the Rose Hill races. So instead of putting a multi on, you can get a bit of insurance if you're planning on betting under $50. So you can put $5 on the first horse, put the bet return on. If you miss it, you can use that bonus to go on the next horse, or use another $5, and then it saves you a bit of insurance. But say if you win the bet, you can put it all on the next. It's just the same as doing the multi. It's just that every time you put the bet on, you get a bit of insurance for it.
Get the insurance back.
Yep. But this week I got Rusty Dreams is running again at Belmont. It's paying $3.20 to win. We did back that a couple of weeks ago, but it comes second. But I think it's gonna
Race?
It is Belmont race 8. And then we did have African Daisy in Rose Hill race 9. I'm only going to the place for this one. It's paying $2.50 for the place. And I reckon it'll do pretty good. It almost won last time. It comes second. And then Flemington race 6. We've got King Magnus is racing. We've got that for a place as well. It's won its last 2 races. It's bit higher on the weights, but I reckon it should run a place. That's paying $2. If you get them all up, it's $6. But what I'd do is put your bets on individually. You use the bet returns, and then that way you get a bit of insurance. Unless you're out for the day, then maybe you just put a half unit on the win, and then put the rest of it on the place.
Love it, mate.
Yep.
Love your knowledge. Love your knowledge.
But, another one is the Wizard King looks like it could be running again at Flemington on Saturday. Baby. So he's in a lot bigger race this time. So he's
what race is he in?
He's in race 9.
Who's riding him?
Carleen Heffel. So she should ride him pretty good.
51 to 1, eh?
Yeah, he's up there, but he's going to have very low weight. But I think Cotel's looking pretty hard to beat. I think there's another horse in there. I can't remember. Starts with S. It beat it last.
No.
Yeah, who dares might win. That's a good one. The
legend was it? Cheville.
Yeah, yeah. That one it beat us last time in Mornington, so that could go alright as well. At the same weights. The Legio 10 looks like the favourite, but it's carrying 5 more kilos than Who Dares this time. So I reckon Who Dares might get up, or the Cotel. I reckon they're probably the better bets, those two. But we'll see how it plays out.
Love it, Iggy. Love it. And just for those, if you do struggle to stay on the show live and catch it all, don't forget we are on Spotify, so you can catch up later, and on YouTube. We'll post the links in chat, which I believe Eggy has been throughout the show anyway. I'd just like to say thank you to our non-existent sponsors. We really appreciate all the time and effort you give us, and we look forward to continuing working with you in the future.
Yeah, sponsor deals, eh?
But on a serious note,
if you're into gaming and a bit of PC or crypto, we do have all teched out tomorrow night with me and Bob the Cool. Same time, same place. So feel free to come by and say hello.
Listen to some computer parts, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've got no clue either. I've got an Xbox. That's my computer.
But thank you everyone for joining the show tonight and the chat. We got a few new followers tonight, boys.
We do.
Beautiful.
So, anything else from you two?
No,
I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Let's hope it's another explosive round of footy.
Beautiful.